putting up the real names up there right now, so we can probably get a better idea of what these portal players are. Like we said, it's going to be Allison, Arnold, Alexander, Lovren. Going to be...
Mignolet is on the bench.
Yeah, Mignolet's on the... Well, come on, dude. He's Mignolet. Yeah, and he's going to be gone. He's all upset that he's getting no playing time. But, hey, man, what are you going to say about probably the best defense in the Premier League right now? So far, Allison's given up, I think, less than 10 goals for the season.
Yeah.
So, that's a hell of an improvement from having given up 30 a couple of years ago,
That was pretty bad.
Let me ask you right now that your boy has been made coach of the of Manchester U. A couple of tense games. They didn't look as free flowing as I thought they would. To celebrate the guy's arrival as their new manager.
They gotta get rid of some players, and some are more aged out, but more of a headache to the team, like Sir Alex used to do with David Beckham. If you're a cause of malcontent within even the coaching staff or even the players, just get rid of them.
You're a malfeasance. So you're the manager. Who do you get rid of first?
Probably the old players first. Like Mata's already out. I think he's going. Ander Herrera might be out. They're like all these players. Pogba, sell him right now. Get rid of him. I wouldn't keep him. Barcelona
you would redo the team is what you would do.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because I don't see that same team going in next year.
No, there's going to be a lot of changes. Alexis Sanchez is probably going to be gone too.
Alexis Sanchez should have been gone this year. Honestly, what happened to that guy? What happened to him?
So good in Arsenal, and why he decided to go to Manchester United, who knows?
Well, he wasn't getting any play time under Wenger, right? So there you go.
He was playing a decent amount of games, but why leave?
Well, I don't know. All right, so the game has started, and Porto's already on the side of Liverpool there. Yeah, Marega. So the other game, the City game, from the statistics that I saw, it looks like City actually kind of dominated that game.
Yeah, they had the most. They had the ball more than Tottenham, right?
Yeah, they did. They had the ball more. They had more shots on goal, but it was just that one shot that went in.
And I was looking at the goal, and it was Sunday League defense. Just looking at him, dude.
Oh, there he went.
Yeah, they just looking at him. Oh.
Well, there you go. You can see Liverpool's playing on the long ball. They got Salah with the ball, passing it around. So far, it's very clogged up in the middle because, as we said, Porto's playing with those 5 guys in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle. And again, they're doing it because I don't think they want to get slaughtered by Liverpool at this point.
They wanted to keep. They knew they were going to lose, so they wanted to keep the bleeding
to a minimum
to go back home at least.
You think Liverpool is a team that's going to advance from these 2 guys?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I think Manchester City is going to probably beat Tottenham in the turnaround game. Yeah, because they're not going to be afraid of them this time. There's going to be no. Not that they were afraid of them this game from what the looks of the numbers are. But it looks like it was
Kane, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Remember this is the worst time for Tottenham to be losing Harry Kane because remember they went through that whole spell rule and stuff.
Yeah. Pizza time.
Stop hitting yourself.
Jackass. I didn't really hit.
All right, so there's Mane on the side there of the ball. He passes it to Firmino. Firmino gives it to Keita. Keita shoots.
It was a
deflection.
Yeah, deflection because it bounced off somebody.
1-0. That's 2 games in a row that guy scores in.
Yeah. Was he the one that he said earlier he was going to be?
Yeah, they were saying that he was going to go back to Germany. The Germans were like, no, we don't want him back. Well, there you go. Liverpool goes up quickly, 1-0. Jurgen Klopp, looking like the German that he is, not looking happy about it. But everybody at Anfield is getting crazy.
Oh, yeah. Is this for to go to semis, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Speaking of the guy, Firmino, nice little pass. In the simplest passes, creates that big opening for that guy to. And he didn't hesitate. He just grabbed it and shot it.
For being a central forward, he's so unselfish as a player, man. He likes to pass that ball around and, make sure that everybody's distributed. That's a pretty decent goal. I think he would have scored anyway. It looked like he had the angle on it.
Nah, he would have gone straight to the goalie.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, but look at that. He had Mane and he had Salah right around there, dude. Just like just like
waiting.
poachers, waiting around. All right, so I wanted to ask you a quick question too. I saw so the women's Belgium national team were in Los Angeles recently, and they had come in on a streak where they had 4 games in a row where they hadn't conceded a goal, and of course they went against the United States team and gave up 6.
6? I thought it was 5.
Oh, was it 5? Well, give or take a goal.
Same shit.
Give or take a goal. And most of those goals were hit through the air, man, because I saw the game. Only one of them was on the ground, and most of those were through the air. Now, we know that the Women's World Cup is coming soon, and we're going to be doing our special on that as well.
Check it out.
Yeah, but the U.S. women's team don't look too bad. They're going to start picking the
squad, what, this week or next week?
I think it's this week where they pick the squad.
Obviously, you're going to take...
Wagner?
No. What's his name? Alex Morgan.
Oh, Alex Morgan. I'm sorry. Yes. They're going to pick Alex. Of course, they're going to take Morgan. I don't know why I said Wagner.
Dude, you're off today.
Where?
Playing for Liverpool.
But yes, it's of course Morgan's going to go. You think any of the veterans are going to go?
Who would you consider better?
What was her name?
Like Carolee Lloyd and all that.
Yeah, all those chicks.
Yeah, I'm sure they could.
Lloyd's got to go. She scored 2 goals that game, man. And she still has it, man. She still has it.
I'm just waiting for the biopic of Hope Solo that's coming soon.
Dude, let's just say it up right now, dude. Ugliest vagina I've ever seen.
You seen it?
Yes, there was like some leaked photos of it and stuff.
Shit. Now I gotta Google.
Yes, and nobody. You know who showed them to me? None other than Gary Merchant. He came over and he's like, "Look at this."
You sure was his phone all sticky?
And I was like, "Ew, what is that?" And he's like, "That's Hope Solo." I go, "There's no hope for that."
No, I gotta shake it out. Did not know that.
Yes,
she's a pretty woman though.
Well,
she's a fucking.
She looked like she was devastated. Devastation ensued. You thought she was a good goalkeeper?
No, I like Brianna Scurry better.
I thought Brianna Scurry was awesome. I didn't think Hope Solo was that good of a goalkeeper. As a matter of fact, I blame her for the U.S. losing to Japan in that World Cup because she feigned an injury in injury time, and so
we were talking about it. I think we said it, or we were talking about it off air that those minutes gave the Koreans,
the Japanese,
in order for them to
tie that game.
Tie the game,
Yep. And she admitted it later. I was just trying to waste time. Why? You were at the end. You were at the end. So it was a bad move. I never thought she was that great a goalkeeper. No, so, and unlike you, I don't think she's all that good looking. That's just me.
What?
I didn't think she was all that as a looker either.
Like the Mexicans say, "Está curiosita." It always makes you laugh when they say that shit.
That's like how we say it, right? Tiene bonita cara.
She didn't have a good personality. She was a douche.
Yeah, she was. Very much so.
She was a fucking maniac. Didn't she attack her sister or some shit like that?
Something like that. I think she was taking over her man and stuff because I guess he devastated her too.
Right.
But no, I'm not a fan. Was never a really big fan. But they had a reunion of the 99ers.
Oh shit.
Yep, they were all there. You know a player that I actually liked from the women's team that hardly anybody talks about? Tiffany Mildred. Remember her?
Yeah,
she was a shorter girl, but man, that chick ran all over the field and could score some goals. I loved watching her play. That's the kind of player I like to see. Hustle. That whole team was a bunch of hustlers, man. They were great. I mean, they were a pretty good, interesting team to see.
Wait.
The Chinese weren't bad back then either. That's why they went to that extra time game. You do know that both finals that have been played at the Rose Bowl in a World Cup went to penalties.
And we're still waiting for the soccer ball to come down.
Roberto Baggio back in '94 when the Brazilians won their first World Cup since 1970.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Remember that game?
Remember that?
Oh, I like it. That's when I started liking it. I saw Paolo Maldini and Baresi and old Baresi.
I tell you what, man, the best half of soccer I ever saw was in that World Cup. It was when Brazil and Holland played. Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, the Netherlands. I'm sorry for you, Dutch. But man, that was a hell of a game. Well, the first half was rather boring, actually.
Oh, that was nice.
Nothing going on. And then in the second half, man, a 5-goal explosion. capped off by one of my favorite goals I've ever seen in a World Cup, and that was when Branco hit that monster shot from almost half field,
Right.
and yeah.
If you were in the wall, which shot would you try to block? His or Roberto Carlos? You were like, you have to, because this
My life depended on it.
pretty much for the game.
Well, you know what? If I stop it with my head, my life would mean shit because either shot, you know.
Yeah, they'll be feeding you pudding in a wheelchair.
They would have said, yes, Mr. Lou was a good man at one time. Then he decided to stick his head in front of a Roberto Carlos shot.
Both those guys had great.
And they were both left-footers,
Both
too.
left-footed.
Yep.
Man, but Roberto Carlos had that big ass thighs.
Well, because from my understanding, he had been running in the beach since he was a little boy. You know, he was just...
And he was short, too. Well, he is short. He's not dead yet.
Shit, no. Let's not kill him off just yet. But boy, man, I mean, he had a shot, boy. He had a shot.
That he did.
But I don't know. I mean, to answer your question, I don't know. I think I fear them both equally.
Throw your partner in the way.
Yep, I'd stick my foot out. Maybe I have a good chance of not breaking my foot.
It reminds me like some players you're in the wall to stop it.
Right.
And I remember this goal. I'm sure you remember it too. When Man U was playing Liverpool, and Stevie G had a free kick, and stupid ass Ryan Giggs opened himself. He gets out of the way, and that's when Stevie G scored. Like, dude,
You never give CVG an opening.
well, that's what he did. Like, he didn't want to get hit. Like, bro,
What did you think of Ryan Giggs?
He was good at dribbling and good at stealing wives. like what's his face? What's the guy's name from Chelsea?
Oh, John Terry.
Yeah, John Terry too, stealing girlfriends. How do you do that? How do you even do?
Oh, look at that!
Like, isn't it your brother? His brother. He was.
I would never touch your woman for two reasons. One, because she's your woman, and because you've been there.
I don't understand, dude.
Don't need them cooties.
No, that's just weird.
It is weird. Hey, who's that guy? Look how he's yelling at this guy.
Yeah.
Piss off, mate. That guy looks like Coutinho.
Well, he said. Well, speaking of them, saying it right now, he said he has no intentions to leaving Barcelona. His intentions are to play and to get more playing time, and he's not going back to the Premier League.
Coutinho,
He'll
right?
probably be back in the Premier League.
Yeah, which means some team is courting him.
Yeah.
You know, Southampton is going to be way on its heels.
The new, who's gonna come up? I think Leeds United, right?
Leeds United, finally. You know, as a matter of fact, I've spoken to a feller from Leeds United just recently, and he's excited. And
Well, it's been like what?
almost
15, 20 years?
Yeah, it's been almost 20 years.
They went bankrupt, I think. They were even down in the second tier.
Yep, and they might be making it back to the Premier League. You know, he's like, I don't know if you know where Leeds is at, mate. And I'm like, one of my favorite records ever was recorded at Leeds. And so, oh, The Who, you got good taste in music. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Yes, I do.
Thank you. You have to tell me.
For all our listeners, if you don't know who The Who is, listen to Live at Leeds. Best live well, probably one of my two favorite live albums ever, because the other one is Allman Brothers Live at the Fillmore.
Oh.
That shit's awesome.
But yeah, they're coming up. I don't know what other teams are coming up.
I haven't checked to see who's
Yeah.
coming in, but I know we're going to do an end of the year show where we kind of review all the teams that
the
will be
teams
coming up and who's going down.
Well, there's already two teams coming down.
Already Huddersfield's already coming down, and I believe
Cardiff
is the other team, right? Right. So right now it's a fight to see who the third is going to be.
Well, it kind of looks like it's going to be, it's Cardiff, Fulham, and Huddersfield's the one that's like teetering.
Yeah, Fulham just came up, and now they're going to go back down, and it's a shame because Fulham is one of the classic,
Yeah, it's the mainstays of the Premier League, and it was like Blackburn Rovers are down there. There's a lot of teams that we saw in the 90s.
Blackburn Rovers used to be a Premier League champion.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of teams that we grew up watching. They were pretty good, and now they're sputtering about.
Right now I'm seeing, just to kind of recap real quick on the game right now, it looks like Liverpool is kind of playing the counter a lot because of the five midfielders that Porto has. But it looks like Salah is having a pretty confident run at this point. He's taken a couple of shots on goal, but nothing
Yeah, he's pretty fast.
Yeah, he's way fast. That's kind of the thing. That's kind of how he scored that goal. But it looks so far like he's playing okay. You know, he's playing with some confidence there,
Yeah,
which is something